Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I changed the seals on this Hayward Power Flow Matrix pool pump. Okay, so as you can see, we got our pool pump here. So first things first, you know, we took the basket out, of course. Took the cover off and took the basket out. So that's a no-brainer right there. Just gonna put that to the side. Now, inside here, there's a little clamp that holds this bowl onto this motor right here. So the first thing you have to do is take this clamp out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, there's a clamp right here. All right, so I already loosened it, so we're just gonna take that out. That's the clamp I'm talking about right there. Okay, right here, this is the clamp. So once you get that out, you can just drop it down in there, and this bowl right here, this comes right off. Just wiggle it. It is. This comes right off just like that. All right, so you got that off. Let's set that to the side. Next thing is these 2, 4, 6, these 8 screws have to come out. So let's take these out. Alright, so we got all our screws out. Let's put them to the side. Make sure you put them somewhere so you don't lose them. So what I'm going to do, everything I take out, I'm just going to put it in my basket. Put everything in the basket. Alright, so the next step is this piece right here. This has to come out. Alright, so let me see, I might need to get a screwdriver for that. I'm about to get a screwdriver, so I gotta pull this off. Give me 1 second. Okay, all right. So we got our screwdriver, right? So now, this housing, you just take the screwdriver and just pry it off. You gotta put it through these little slots right here where the screws go at. Right? Obviously, I did it before I came back on camera. Then it's just a little bit snug and it pops right off. Right? So now, we got this propeller guard out the way, so you just put that to the side. So now, this is our propeller right here. This is the propeller that turns, right? So now we got to get that out. So to get to that, I'm gonna go back over here to the back. We got one little screw back here. All right, let's just take that out. This just comes right on out. It's probably the easiest part right here. Alright, so this screw, just loosen that. It doesn't come all the way out, which is good, so you don't lose it. Just push that to the side. So now, in the back of the motor, you got this screw right here. See, what you're gonna do is just put a screwdriver in there, flathead screwdriver. Just put that in there. Part is a little hard, so I did it before I came back on camera, but you just put your screwdriver in there. You gotta hold that tight. You might even have to use a pair of vice grips. Probably have to put this on there just like this. Right, put that on there like that. Hold that screw in there real tight, right, so it don't turn. Then you take your propeller, put this to the side. I said I already did it. So then when you hold that screw is being held with your screwdriver. Take your propeller, try not to mess these wires up. Alright, so you take your propeller and just spin it. And eventually it just comes right on off. Alright, so that's off right there. So now, just put that to the side, but just remember, this is one of the pieces that you're going to be changing. This is the new part that came, so we're going to be changing that. Right, so just put that to the side. Everything in the basket. Alright, so now you got to get this piece off. Right. So to get that off, you're going to need a pair. You're going to need your you'll need a screwdriver again. I'm sorry, I took it off earlier, but I was reassembling it and snapped back in place. So what you got here is, look down in there, these two clamps right here. There's 4 of these, but just try to push in at least one of these, right? Push in one of these with your screwdriver. All right, then what you do after that is you take I like to use a mallet. I want to use no regular hammer. The regular hammer probably chips stuff. You just push down on those clamps. All right, now you do that. There you go. All right, so that loosened that up. All right, let's turn it back over. So we can wiggle this off now. So now, got it back on the side. Upright, and you just wiggle that off. All right, so now, that's how it looks. See, you got these things right here, these edges that holds it in place. Right, so now you got this off. So the other part you're gonna have to change is this seal right here. This has to come out. All right, so now to get that out, let's see, take out this and we put that to the side. You know what? This is good right here. I'm gonna put it. I ain't gonna put that too far. Now, excuse the dirt. This thing is really dirty. Anyway, back to this now. So to get this seal out, like this seal is the old one, of course, and this is the new one. This is the new seal right here. So just to get this out is real simple. Just take a socket. This right here is a 9/16 socket. So put that over there. Get your mallet. There you go. And that comes right on out. So now that's the old part. So they say this is the main part that usually leaks. So this is what the main part we're going to be changing, plus a couple other things, a couple other seals. But yeah, that's the old one. Put that to the side. All right, so we come back to our propeller. Remember, I'll tell you, this is the piece we got to change on here. So let's move this over. So this right here pops right off. So the whole assembly didn't come off. So you got to use a pair of pliers. Pair of pliers to get the rest of it off. That off. You got a little rubber seal that comes off. So this is how the old one looks. So all that came off, right? So that is. So these are the 2 pieces that we're going to change, and hopefully this is the reason. Hopefully this resolves the reason why our pump was leaking. Go. All right. So let's put this thing back together now. So we're going to do everything in the reverse now. So we got the old parts off. Just get just like that down a little bit. All right, so we got that off. Now we just push the new one on. I have to just push down on this a little bit. Gotta get all the way down. Gotta get it seated. Twist, and there we go. So we got the new one on. Looks good. Put that to the side. So now, for housing, got the new piece for that. Well, let me wipe that out. Alright, so let's push that down in there, like so. So make sure you put it in there correctly. You don't want it to be off-centered or anything like that. Alright, so we got that in there like that. Okay, so it is time to put this thing back together. So now, let's drop the pellet to the side. There we go. Alright, so you're putting this back on, this little piece that you just line up with this. Alright, so this way you know you got it back on the correct way. Let me show you that piece I'm talking about. That is this right here. You see that? That piece right there. That's like your guide to make sure you got this on right. So, let me wipe this out a little bit. It's leaking water for a while, it looks like. Alright, so let's get this back on here. So line that up with that. Alright, there it is. Snap back in place. Perfect. Alright, so now put our propeller back in there. So this, once you get it in, just spin it the right way. What I'm going to do is put my screwdriver back over here. Not going to use the wrench. Just want to make sure I got it on there. It's nice and snug. Yep, that's in there good. You can see that spinning freely. Alright, so we got that back on. Now let's put our cover back on. Housing. Put this back in here now. See, I got a seal here, but this kit did not come with a seal for this. The seal did not come with this kit, I should say. So I'm not gonna worry about that. So this right here goes a certain way. So, there it is. So now let's push that back in there. That's back in there like it should be. Alright. Just make sure I got a nice seat. Make sure everything is right. Oh, almost forgot one thing. Almost forgot another seal. The seal right here. You see it? Put that out the way. So we got another seal right here. Almost forgot this one, guys. So forgive me for that. So that came with this. This is part number SPX0710XZ5. The new seals. That right there. Let's take this off. Might as well get a screwdriver since it's coming off anyway, right? Still pretty, actually still looks pretty good, but kit came with it, so I'm gonna change it. Wipe that down a little bit. All right, let's put our new one on. fit. Let's put this back on. This goes the same way it came off. You can't even put this on wrong because of this right here. It lets you know. Set this up. Get our screws out. Now, gotta put our basket back on. So this is dirty. Let's clean this out a little bit. Cleaned out. So let's get this back on. Alright, so now got that back in. The very first thing we took out has to go back in now. So this is our clamp that we took out in the beginning. Now it's got to go back in. This might be a little challenge, but you can do it. This is alright, so something bad happened, as you saw a few seconds ago. The clamp that we put on last, it snapped on me. This is the very first thing we take off, and the last thing we put on. It snapped. But I guess that's a lesson learned for me, and I guess you guys see that, and hopefully that'll help you out in the future if you ever have to do this kind of repair, to be careful putting it back in. Yeah, so luckily I have a new part. This is the SPX 5500G like in golf. It's called the strainer retainer clamp clip. All right, so take this out, and we're gonna do this. Try this again. Hope it don't snap. So what I'm gonna do this time though. So what I'm gonna do this time is, this is the heavy part of the pump right here. This is the base. So trying to push this in is a little difficult. So what I'm gonna do is put all the weight on this basket. See that? So now I got all the weight on there. So where this clamp goes, it can actually fit right in. So now let me show you what I'm talking about. So it's got to go in between these two this lip and the base of the basket. So when I was doing it earlier, I wasn't looking what I was doing. I tried to go around this part, the big part, and of course it snapped. But anyway, it has to go around, has to go in between these two pieces right here, the base and the lip right there. So let's see if we can get this together this time. All right, like I said, I'm gonna lift this up like this so I can get some weight, some pressure down on this thing, and let's push it in. All nice and gentle. Oh, there we go. We got it. See, it's in there nice. It's in there real good now. So that's it. So now all I gotta do is take this out to the backyard, hook it up to the pump, hook it up to the filter, I should say, not the pump, and see if my little repair worked. All right, let me get outside. Be back in a minute. Hey everybody, so we got our pump installed, got everything hooked back up. So now it's the test. So remember, we had a whole bunch of water coming from right up under here. That's where our seals were leaking at. As soon as I turned the pump on, the water just started coming out. So let's see if it does it now. Right, here, got the pump on. There you have no water. So that is a successful rebuild. That is a successful rebuild. All right. Okay, so let's just say thank everybody if you watched the whole video, passed through it and got to the end. See my results. See everything's looking good. So that's gonna be the end of this video. Please, if you don't mind, give me a like, give me a share. Please, if you like the content on my videos, on my channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more stuff like this, along with my garden. Alright, thanks again for watching, and I will see you, hopefully, in the next one.